Hey guys, so it's me, Kiani. Today's video is going to feature my newest smoky eye, which I call my Go To Smokey Eye. In this video, you will see some of my holy grail products, things that I have definitely learned not to live without, things that actually get me out the door pretty quickly and keep me polished all day long. So without further ado, if this is a look you're interested in, stay tuned and I'll show you how I created it.
As usual, I'm going to start by prepping my skin with my L'Oreal Hydro Fresh Toner. Just going to swap that all over my face. Moving right into priming my skin with my Idealist Skin Refinisher. Again, applying that all over the face very generously. And moving right into my Resilience Lift Moisturizer by Estee Lauder using a pea-size amount. This gives me a lot of collagen boosting products and sunscreen. I'm going to go right into concealing my skin using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. NC42 is my shade. I'm really enjoying this concealer. It's my second purchase and it really gives me evenness and coverage, and I just add as much as I need to as it sets, and I tend to not really have to set it with powder. And for the most part, it is extremely creaseless. If you're dry, make sure you apply moisturizer underneath. And as you can see, I'm just blending it in my highlighting areas. Next, I'm going to move right in with my HD foundation by Makeup Forever. I will place the shade in the down bar as well as my Sigma flat top kabuki brush. I love this application process, and as you can tell, again, I'm patting just over that concealer so there are no lines of demarcation. Blend, blend, blend. Add as many coats as necessary. This foundation is extremely sheer. Next, I'm actually going to start to stencil out my brows using my Strut Brow Pencil by MAC. Just repositioning my mirror there so I can actually create the foundation of the brow, going straight onto the roof, filling in the tail, and really just creating the shape that I want, just dry handing it or freehanding. I will actually go back and complete this look. If you want more of a detailed look on how I create my brows, definitely look in the down bar. I will link a brow tutorial in the down bar. Next, I'm actually just filling those brows in using my Anastasia of Beverly Hills brow pencil and dip brow pomade in the shade Auburn. And as you can see, I just fill those in. Again, create as thick or as thin of brow as you want, but again, I do tend to freehand them, create the shape with a pencil first, and then I go in and gradually fill those brows in to the intensity of my liking. Next, I'm going to go in with my Motive Color Correcting Quad and using the lightest shade. I'm going to clean up these brows just a little bit using my Sigma concealing brush just to tight line these brows. Definitely want to make sure the eye area is nice and clean to basically prep that for any eyeshadows. Using this technique, it does create a beautiful highlight. I tend not to have to apply any powder when I use this application process. And then I'm actually going to go in on the top and just clean up the roof of the brow with a shade closest to my foundation. Next, you will see I'm pointing to shade 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those shades are Soft Brown, Texture, Espresso, and Embark. And I'm actually starting with my Soft Brown. Going to place that just underneath where I have already highlighted that brow using my MAC Fluffy brush. This is the number 224. As you can see, I'm actually showing you that. And this look is very, very seamless. I don't tend to change brushes. However, there is a lot of blending. Did you hear me say there's a lot of blending? What you want to do is make sure that that palette is as clean and as streakless as possible. gradually move your hand down, tap it into your next shade. There's not a whole lot of deposit of color, but there are beautiful transactions or transitions of colors here. Move right into the texture, moving down. Next shade, you're going to move into the espresso, and just on the outer V, I'm going to sweep in the embark and create a nice gradual contour. Blend, blend, blend. I'm using a windshield wiper motion, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Next, I'm going to grab my Lorac Pro To Go palette. The shade that I'm actually going to apply just on the eyeball is the shade Chai. It's a beautiful shimmering bronzy brown shade. Absolutely love this palette. Definitely like the shimmer that gives, and it creates a beautiful contrast right up against the espresso and the embark shades. Beautiful light diffusing qualities. Love that. Next, I'm actually going to roll my MAC pencil just in my eye. I'm using the shade Feline. This is a MAC kohl pencil, and I just allow that to bleed ever so lightly back and forth, back and forth. Obviously, I'm creating a smoky eye, so as much as it bleeds, the better the smoke will be. Blend that just on the top waterline as well, or lash line. And I'm just going to deposit as much color, and as you can see the difference that it has already made. I'm going to deposit exactly the same amount on the other eye and just bleed as much product on there as possible. These pencils are very, very smooth. They will bleed, which again is perfect when you are creating the perfect smoky eye. Next, I'm just going to grab me a flat brush. I want to say my Sigma flat paddle brush is in sterilization right now, so I'm using, I believe this is an elf brush. $1 to $2 found in my Target store. Really easy. As I apply these shadows, you lose one, you break one, no problem, run to the store, pick up another one. $1 to $2. It really does get the job done. As you can see, I am smudging out that Feline pencil, blending that backwards and forth, and just to set that liner, I'm using my black MAC or Lorac Pro To Go shadow. Very dark, very dark black. But what happens as I set that powder just on top of that liner, it seals that liner from bleeding any further. So make sure before you have completed this process that you have that liner in position. Next, I'm actually sculpting out my cheeks using my Estee Lauder Rich Mahogany brown eyeshadow, or excuse me, my powder. Lost my train of thought. And I am actually just really contouring out my forehead, down my nose, using my MAC mineralized powder, and just blending that all in using a fat Sigma powder brush. Blend, blend, blend. No streaking, no strokes. Next, for this look, I want to apply a nude lip. Of course, I'm using a nude lip. This is a little bit of a different combo. I'm using the Honey Love and then a MAC gloss. The name does remove itself from my brain right now, so I'll have to check that and definitely place it in the down bar. We're going to go back in and subtly contour out those cheeks just a little bit more using the bronze, pink, and coral, which are also parts of the Lorac Pro To Go unit. Of course, definitely we have to add just a little bit of mascara. I'm using the Benefit They're Real mascara just before I apply my lashes. Top and bottom. If you want to stop here, feel free to do so. However, I am going to apply my newest favorite lashes. These are the Ardell lashes called Spiky. And they do look spiky, but they're very whimsical, very wearable. I do love the band on these lashes. Very easy to apply. Blend in your natural lashes with that without stabbing yourself in the eye, and you are well on your way to creating an everyday smoky eye. And there you have it. The look is complete. Very dreamy, yet very crisp, very clean, very precise, extremely wearable. The main thing, make sure you continue to blend, as well as follow me, love_Kiani on Instagram. You'll see where I'm wearing all these amazing looks, and actually who I actually might be applying these tips and techniques to. That's all we have for now. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.